Hi everyone, today we're going to be looking at how to pass data between view controllers. So let's get started here. I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new view controller. That's the first thing that I need to do. So let me drag this here. So I'm going to create a brand new view controller. I'm going to put them side by side. And I'm going to add a few more controls here. And I'll explain what these are going to do. So I'm going to have a button here. And I'm going to have a text field in here. And essentially what this app is going to do is we're going to put some text in this text field, and as soon as we hit this button, it should transfer to a label on the second view controller. Okay, so let's see if we could do that. And I'm going to change this text to, let's say a placeholder or something. Placeholder. Okay, so I just want to have some text here. All right, the first thing I'm going to do here before we start coding is I'm going to create a transition. And that's pretty much it. We're done here. No, we're not. There's one more thing. So this file right here is associated with view controller. This view controller is associated with this class view controller, which is already built by Apple. The first thing I need to do is to finish this off is to actually have a file that's associated with this, which I don't have one yet. So I'm going to go ahead and click new file, and I'm gonna choose CocoaTouch class, and I'm gonna say yes, it's of subclass UI view controller. I'm just gonna call this second view controller. Press next. Yes, I want to add it here. Great, fantastic. So I've got my second view controller right here, and let's have a look. Let's just clean this up from all the comments, and we go back to main.storyboard. We look at this view controller, and we're going to type in second view controller. So this view controller here is associated with this file, and this view controller is associated with this first file. All right, let's start coding. And there's not much code here, to be honest. So we click on the first view controller, and we get the file here. So the first thing that we need to do here is to create an outlet for our text field. So we go, and I'm going to call this I don't know, I'm going to call this my text field. Cool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable here, var my string is of type string and equals, it's an empty string right now. And that's pretty much it in terms of the code here. What I have to do next now is actually create a prepare segue function. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that right now. So it's gonna look something like this. So all you have to do is type in prepare, and it should automatically pop up, and it's right here, and it auto completes. Perfect. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna say, and really these are the two lines that we need for the whole code. So I'm gonna say let my VC, you could call this whatever you want, let my VC equals, and segue dot destination as a second, what did I call it? Second view controller. Boom. So let me explain what's happening here. I'm creating a variable called my VC. You could call this whatever you want. I'm going to call it XYZ to show you. You could call it whatever you want. So I'm creating this constant, and in that constant, I'm saving essentially this whole class. The second view controller, this whole class is being saved in that in this variable. Just to explain what this is, I'm saying, listen, there's going to be a segue. Go and look at the destination of the segue, and whatever the destination is, and the destination is obviously this view controller, take that class and essentially assign it to constant XYZ. In short, that's essentially what's happening. So let's go back to second view controller. And in here, we're going to create a simple variable. I'm going to call this var my second string of type string, and we're going to leave it empty right now. Cool. So what we want to do is we're going to take whatever is in here, and we're going to put it in this second view controller variable called my second string. So let's see how we're going to do this. Well, so let me go back here. So we've taken everything in this second view controller and we've put it in this variable. By the way, we have to always save this file. That's really important. Otherwise, this thing will not work. So I just want to save this file here. There we go. And let me go back here. Option, there we go. Boom. The reason I was saving this file is because now I'm going to call up XYZ, and you see how it automatically detected it. Had the second file not been saved, it wouldn't probably have detected it, and definitely wouldn't have detected this, my second string. So as soon as I put dot, it shows me all the methods and variables that are available to me that are only available to the second view controller. So obviously I'm going to say my second string equals my string. So essentially what's happening now is whatever is in my string in this view controller is going to be assigned to my second string, which is a variable in this second view controller. Cool. Now, how do we put something in this string to begin with? Well, I'm just going to create a really quick action here. I'm going to call it button pressed and connect. And we're going to say, let's look at the outlet. The outlet is called my text field. And I'm going to say my text field equals, my string equals my text field dot text, and I'm going to force unwrap it. So I'm saying, go to the text field here. Go to this text field, go look at the text property. Whatever is in the text property of this text field, take that text, that string, and put it in my string over here. Cool. And then when we're preparing the segue, we're saying, you know, do this, kind of copy the view controller if you may, and then take whatever value we have in my string, which we know is going to be whatever's written in here, and go ahead and place it in here. Now we're almost done. The last thing we have to do is go back here, and when we do the transition, you'll take my word for it that my second string is going to have the value. But in case you don't want to take my word for it, I'm going to prove it to you. In view.load, what we're going to do is I'm going to take this label, I'm going to make an outlet for it, my label, okay, and I'm going to say my label dot text equals my second string, and whatever we type in here now should show up in here. So let's go ahead and give this a try. And let's see here. So if I type in for the sake of logic, and I press the button, we're going to do the transition. And surely enough, it shows here. If I go back, which I cannot go back because I didn't put a back button. So if I stop this and I restart it, and we type something else, some random gibberish, it should show up exactly as is. And essentially we've passed data here. So we've taken, just to review here, we've put a string in the text field. We've put a string in the text field. We took that string and we saved it in a variable called myString. And we created in the prepare function, we essentially saved the destination, which is the second view controller, as a variable here, accessed some variable in that second view controller, assigned whatever value we have in this variable to the second, to the variable in the second view controller. And in the second view controller, all I did was simply print or place the value of the second variable data, which was the string, into this label. And that's pretty much it. Pretty easy stuff. Hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.